Let's check it. All right. Let's see what we can do. They say they say that it's going to be hot tomorrow.
They say
It's supposed to?
it's supposed to going to be
No.
to
Look at
be
the sentences on the left. The sentences in black. They say it's going to rain tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
it's supposed to
To be hot.
Yes, to be hot tomorrow. All right. And what about number 2, Yasmin? What do you have?
It's supposed to be cold. Cool.
Yes. Cold. It's supposed to be cold. Loud. Oh, excellent. Yes, Andres, in this case, it's not possible to combine supposed to and going to. You cannot put them in the same sentence. All right, so it's supposed to, verb and infinitive. Let's see. Next ones. I had to clean my fans tonight. What'd you say?
Lotería.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Well, actually, today's going to be a crazy day for my family because it's 2 of my aunt's birthdays. I don't know if I've told you that here in this property, it's only family. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses, and it's all family. So each house has maybe 5, 6, 8 people. So, you know, all of us family together. And then two aunts is their birthday today, and they're gonna have a party.
Oh.
Probably they're already drinking.
No class for the party.
No, the party starts at 7. The party starts at 7. But you know how the family is. They drink before the party. But tell me what you have for the next one, Yasmin. I had to clean my fans tonight.
I'm supposed to clean my fans tonight.
Good. Andres, do you want to try the next one? Number 2?
yes.
Tell me.
I supposed to finish my leftovers after class.
Yes. I know this has nothing to do with it, but leftovers are the food that you have when you finish eating. You know, the food that you put in the refrigerator when you're finished, the extra food. It's leftovers, and usually you eat them the next day or the next time that you're hungry. That is the word for the extra food, leftovers. Okay. And let's see, Jackie, since you are back, look at the next sentence. I have to study, but I'd rather watch Netflix. How can I change that using supposed to?
I'm supposed to study, but I'm going to watch Netflix.
Yes, I'm supposed to study, but I'm going to watch Netflix. Excellent. Ismael, could you help me with the next one, please?
No,
The next one, I should watch more movies, but I don't have time.
I suppose, yeah, I'm supposed to watch more movies, but I don't have time.
Excellent. Since we are here on this topic, the biggest mistake you can make is forgetting the verb to be. Don't forget the verb to be. This one, this is the most common mistake. You say, I supposed to. It's supposed to. She's supposed to. Remember, it's I'm, it's, she's. You can use it in the contracted form, but don't forget the verb to be. And that's going to be a question on your exam, all right? Well, the answer is going to look perfect, but it's not going to have the verb to be. And if you choose that one, you're going to be wrong. Don't forget the verb to be. Next one, Yasmin. I should have gone to the store yesterday, but I didn't have time. It's my past.
I was supposed to go
Yes.
to the store yesterday, but I didn't have time.
And Andres, I had to read a book last night, but I completely forgot.
I supposed to read a book last night.
What? What'd you say?
No,
Can you repeat that?
I suppose.
I suppose you forgot the verb to be.
I suppose.
It's the past. It's the past.
Oh yes. I was supposed to read a book last night. But I completely forget.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so oh my God, it's loud. This is correct. But remember, when you're talking about the past, you can also use was going to. In this case, hold on. I'm going to tell the dog.
You say no, no, no. You say no, 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 no.
Okay. So you can use was going to with what's supposed to. All right. And it's the same thing. You know, I could say, I was supposed to go to the store yesterday. I was going to go to the store yesterday. And the same thing with the next one. I was supposed to read a book last night. Andres, can you change it? With was going to?
If I what, sorry?
I was supposed to read a book last night. Use was going to. That one.
It's I was going to read.
Yeah. I was going to read a book last night. Okay, so whenever it's in the past, for something you expected, but didn't happen, you can use was going to. Okay, so like I said earlier, the structure is easy. Be supposed to verb, was going to verb. But the thing is, you need to remember that we use this for things you expect, things you expect, things people tell you, things people tell you about the future. You use it to talk about the things you should do, and you use it to talk about expectations that didn't happen or won't happen. All right? Supposed to. Jackie, does this make a little bit more sense now?
Yes.
Yes. All right, cool. Let's go to the next topic. Okay. The get expressions. This is probably going to be one of the most difficult things. The only thing that I can say is to remember the definitions of these words. Let's review this lesson very quickly. Ismael, can you be Luis and I will be Rosa? Let's read the conversation.
Okay.
Can you see everything?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, Rosa. All right. Please begin.
Rosa, it's 6 o'clock. We're supposed to be there by 7 o'clock. Weren't you supposed to get off work early today?
Well, my boss called the meeting and I couldn't get out of it. I had to go. Anyway, I don't get it. Why is your cousin getting married on a Friday and not a Saturday like everyone else?
I don't know. Oh, I know it's that my mother will never get over it if we were in late. So we have to get along going.
Okay. Uh, do you think I can get away with wearing pants?
No way. It's supposed to be a formal wedding. Look, I got your silk dress ready for you.
Oh, I'll never get used to dressing up for these fancy weddings. Can we get home early, please?
Rosa, I got the feeling that you don't really want to go.
Well, I just hope I can get through the reception.
Oh, come on. Let's just let's just go and enjoy it. It's a chance for you to get to know my family better. By the way, did you get around to buying a gift?
Weren't you supposed to do that? All right. Now, do you still have the paper that I gave you with all the definitions? Do you remember that? I put it in the chat. No? Jasmine, Jackie, smiling.
No, teacher, I don't remember. I remember that you put, but I don't remember the expression.
Okay, well, I'm going to send them again tonight, the get expressions, so you can look at them one more time. I'm going to send them right now. All right. Everybody, do you have your phone with you?
Yes.
And I can't. Also, I can't. I'll never get used to sleeping early. Also,
So true, man. Me neither. Or neither will I. All right, so get to a place. To arrive at a place. I got to my house at 12 last night because I went to go eat tacos with my cousin. So I got home at 12 last night. Okay, but I got to the taco shop, to the restaurant at 10 p.m. Okay, so whenever you can use get to talk about how you get to a place. Okay, when I was working at English Access, I got to the school at 4:20, 4:25, sometimes 4:30, but I got to the school. Okay, Andres,
yes.
what time do you get home when you leave work?
Uh, what time?
Yeah,
What time I when I arrive,
yeah.
or what time is home to my job?
How about this? I'm gonna write an example sentence. I get off at 9 p.m. and I get home at 10 p.m. That is my example. I get off at 9 p.m. Get off is when you leave work, and I get home
Oh, okay,
at
okay.
10 p.m. You?
I get off at 7:30 p.m. and I get home. It depends if I drive my car. I get home at 8 p.m. But if I take a, a bus, I get home at 8:30.
Very good. And you, Yasmin? Can you change this sentence using your personal information?
Get off is a salir.
Yeah, when you leave work.
I get off at 10 p.m. and I get home at 10:30 p.m.
Next one. The next expression is get the feeling. Uh-huh. You know, when I see that my grandmother is has an angry face, I get the feeling that my grandfather did something bad. I feel it. I feel it. It's like intuition. You know, when you see a person, or sometimes you don't need to see the person. Sometimes you can feel it. You get the feeling that something is wrong with the person. Maybe it hurts your heart. This happens a lot to moms. Sometimes their chest will hurt and they get the feeling that something bad is happening. I remember one time my chest was hurting and I got the feeling that something bad happened. And then I called my mom and she told me that my sister went to jail. I'm like, what? My sister's in jail? I'm like, what? So something bad did happen. You have the feeling. Sometimes you know because it's your intuition. Have you ever gotten the feeling that something bad happened or is going to happen?
No, I no,
Never.
not really. No.
Okay. Andres, you neither? All right, next one. Get through something. To manage to deal with a difficult situation or to stay alive until it is over. Yes, yes. You know, my grandfather was in the hospital for 1 week because he had a problem with his heart. But he got through it. He got through that situation. He survived that situation. He's okay. All right, so we can use get through something when the person survives the difficult situation. Another one, my mom was in the hospital for 1 month because she had a baby and the baby was premature. My sister, she was born in like 7 months, and she was she was in a very um, critical condition. But she stayed in the hospital for 1 month, and she got through that situation. She got through that bad time. She survived, and so did my sister, because it was very difficult for a premature baby at that age to survive. But she survived. Thank God. Um, the next one is the most common one. Get to know a place or a person. This is a this is very important because a lot of people, they say I want to know a country. Let's say Paris. I want to know Paris. Is Paris a country or a city? But Paris. I want to know Paris. This is never correct. In Spanish, it makes sense. Quiero conocer a París. But in English, it's not correct. In English, if you want to say that you want to know a place, you need to say, I want to get to know a place. Or I want to get to know Paris. I want to get to know Luis Miguel. I want to get to know Canada. Yasmin, which cities would you like to get to know?
I want to get to know Chiapas.
Chiapas.
Cities?
Right. Yeah. Cities. Okay, and you, Mr. Romero?
I want to get to know Egypt.
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 Okay. Very good. And Jackie, what do you want to get to know?
I want to get to know Denmark.
Denmark. Ooh, one of the smartest countries in the world. Awesome. Now, the last one is get around to doing something. To do something that you have intended to do for a long time. Yes, this is something that you use when you need to do something, but you don't have time. But you don't have time. Like me with um, organizing my documents. You know, I never have time, or I always forget. But 2 days ago, I finally got around to organizing my documents, organizing my computer. So yeah, get around to. And well, if you don't understand any of them, I recommend that you search it on Google. Example sentences with get away with. Example sentences with get the feeling. And many examples will come up. Okay? All right, next one. What time is it? 5:34. Okay, the passive. So remember, in this lesson, we have different modal verbs. We have should, we have to, we have could, must, and ought to. Right, so all of these are modal verbs, and they have their own meaning, right? Whenever you say you should do something, it's like a recommendation. You should clean your house. You should do more exercise. You should read more books. Okay, those are recommendations. Have to is like an obligation. You have to read books. You have to clean your room. You have to turn in your essay. Could is for possibilities. You could go to the store in Costera, or you could go to the store in Centro. Just to talk about different possibilities. All right. Must is also like an obligation. So basically, must and have to are the same, and ought to is also the same as must. Right? It's that ought to is very formal. Nobody really uses it anymore. They say oughta, ought to, oughta. But what you should know about this is that after these modal verbs, you're going to use the verb be, literally, to be the infinitive form, and the past participle. Let me give you some examples. Cigarettes, I don't know if that's what it is. cigarette. Yeah, I think they should ban cigarettes. They have to cancel the show. They could change the laws. They must stop burglars and they ought to allow concealed weapons. Let's rewrite these using the passive. Remember, for the passive, we focus on the thing, the object. We need to put focus on this. And here, I'm going to give you one example. They should ban cigarettes. Cigarettes should be banned. The past participle. Cigarettes should be banned. All right? Please do 2, 3, 4, and 5 by yourself. You have 1 minute. You can write them or just have them ready in your memory. 1 minute, 1 minute.
One with every modal verb.
Well, the modal verb is already there. Okay? See, number 2, have to. 3, could. 4, must. And 5, oughta. Okay?
Yeah.
So just put it in the passive. Write them in passive voice. Just because I put it first in the sentence doesn't mean it happened first in real life. What you need to do is respect the past perfect. The past perfect will be the earlier event. The earlier event. Siempre será el primer evento, el evento que pasó más temprano. Right? And that is one reason to use the past perfect, to express an event that happened before an event in the past. And the other one is to give a reason, So check this out. Let me teach you this new vocabulary word that's going to be very common now that it's the rainy season. Lights went out, lights go out. Se fue la luz, the lights went out. Not the electricity went out. It's my lights went out, my lights go out. So look at this, look at the sentence. I didn't come to class yesterday because my lights had gone out. All right. You know, this, my lights went out, is the reason why I didn't come to my class. All right. Because of this didn't happen. What happened first? My lights went out. Okay, so it's the same thing. The past perfect will be the earlier event, and the past perfect will explain or give a reason why things happen. All right. And that is two reasons why we use the past perfect. For the earlier event and to give a reason. Right? Remember the structure. Remember the structure. It's had plus past participle. All right? Had plus past participle. I'm trying to think of a question that is going to be very confusing on the test. And I think it is this one. I went to Egypt yesterday. I had gone to Egypt yesterday. Now, yesterday is an expression for the simple past. For the simple past. So in this case, you would put went. I went to Egypt yesterday. Okay. The only time that I can use yesterday for the past perfect, if I'm talking about two events for yesterday. But if it's just one event, then use the simple past. One event, use a simple past. Homie. Is that clear? No? Yes? Kind of?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So look, ladies and gentlemen, your homework is to study for the exam. All right. The best thing you can do is 20 minutes tomorrow, 20 minutes Saturday, 20 minutes Sunday. That is the best thing you can do. That's all I'm going to say. The rest is up to you. Okay? And if you have a little bit of time, you know, watch another movie. Watch as many movies in English as possible now. All right? Maybe you will find the past perfect in the movies, and you can use it.
Okay, teacher.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the class. I will see you next week. Have a nice weekend. Protect yourself and your family. And peace out, Girl Scout.
Thank you, teacher.
Take care.